That's what I was talking about earlier. The bass sound is so ridiculous.
Oh, my legs. Genuinely can't do that.
That's one of those. Oh, sorry.
Hey! His chin.
I'm not.
He stuck his chin in.
No, we're not going to do that.
When if you can see the side of something, it's not on top and it's not going down. But what are you talking about?
No, you're the Drelb.
So, Gary, what are we doing today? Why are we here? Why have you dragged me to London yet again?
I really like walking around in the cold.
Okay.
And talking about things.
Things. Okay.
Look, computer games are a thing.
That's, I think, the thing that binds us.
Let's cross this road. What I was going to talk to you about.
The glue of the universe.
The Glue-niverse. Welcome to... No,
Don't like it.
Glue-niverse?
No.
No. Okay, no Glue-niverse. Are you absolutely sure?
We're not going to lead off with a portmanteau, Gary. We're going to try and keep it a little normal because I felt like last time we kind of ramped up very rapidly, and I don't know if that's too jarring for the folks at home.
It's going to happen again.
I think it might.
I'm afraid it will happen again. I was going to talk to you about young people language and that whole thing of, I have a 13-year-old.
Yeah.
She was going to her friend's house on a Sunday and they're going to go and watch a film. And I said, well, Mum will drop you off. And she said, well, do you mind if you do it? Because I told my friend that you use, what did she say? Brain rot language. And she really wants to hear you say Skibidi Toilet. I was like, we're not changing our arrangements just so your friend can hear me say Skibidi Toilet.
Be the vector of brain rot. Okay.
You just can't quite believe that.
You need to develop this more because I think there's a niche there.
Oh yeah.
It's old man says memes.
Old man says meme thing.
I don't know why I jumped to that. I don't consider you a particularly old man.
Well, I'm old enough, especially if in the eyes of my daughter and her friends.
Is Skibidi Toilet still going? I thought it had Skibidi away.
It's now in a kind of post-ironic period where if you say it, you're not saying it because you think it's good.
Is he still making it, the Skibidi Toilet? Because there's about 900,000 episodes of it.
It's in Fortnite now.
Is it? Okay. I mean, what isn't? We're in Fortnite currently, I think.
It's not bad, really.
Not bad.
It's
Drapes!
It's to the point, isn't it?
It is.
You know which games that's for. Bubsy the Bobcat.
Bubsy the Bobcat 3D.
It's a shame because I think there's something there. I think a verse would have perhaps helped.
Tribes!
Tribes! See, it sticks. It's got energy.
I don't want to accuse them of not having played the game or seen it at all.
That is quite a lot like playing the game, to be honest. if that was you jumping from a hill to another hill, that should have been the jump sound.
Oh, there's a mod.
Or the spin fuser.
There's a mod.
Tribes!
Just get a random one of those randomizer on it and jump around the bunny hop. And also it's diegetic.
Oh, yeah.
So everyone's tribes. Right, I'll get on that. Get on that mod. Do that, Paul.
It's technically possible in the Talk game engine.
You're the dame. Dame? You're the dame. You're the game dev.
Yeah,
You're the dame
I
dev.
suppose so.
So
that's probably the one mod I could do for Tribes, actually, because it's audio related.
Yeah, you really should. Even if you just send it to me. I just remember the old days of like TF2. I used to play Quake Team Fortress.
Yeah.
Which was just marvellous. I'd never played the original Team Fortress, only the Quake mod. And that was full of stuff where you go in and you're hearing all kinds of custom things.
There's a lot of Homer Simpson .wav. That was always that Counter-Strike server, and you log in and it's, you know, downloading uncompressed Simpsons WAVs.
And you're like, I'll be with you in
70 minutes.
I'll be with you
And then
soon.
you get on and there's one guy on there who's like glitching around. And it's like
just leave.
It's like a pink swimming pool.
With less hard drive space.
Don't. That was more of the game of Counter-Strike than actually shooting.
No, imagine that, but
Tribes.
God, I used to play Quake Rally.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Another exceptional, weird mod.
That was a big PC Gamer demo CD classic Quake Rally, I think.
Oh, is that where it came from?
I think that propagated it originally. Yeah.
Because I couldn't remember whether it was on the internet forums sort of thing.
I mean, it probably was originally, but for those of us who didn't have a modem, probably at that point, it was probably PC Gaming. Quake Rally.
Quake Rally, yeah. And that, I think that's what inspired Bloodborne Rally, right? That are they still making that?
I'm going to say Bloodborne.
Bloodborne in general, yeah.
If you didn't have a car and it was really hard.
What was that voice?
It's my Souls-like voice.
So I was like, all right, I thought it was Miyazaki.
No, it's the voice of the game. Oh, you died.
Oh, I'm Miyazaki.
Have a narrator.
Oh, you've died.
Oh, you died there.
Oh, yeah.
You have died.
Have you actually seen Skibidi Toilet?
What?
I know isn't it G-Man in the toilet?
It is G-Man in the toilet.
And
so
he sings Skibidi Toilet?
He does. But there's factions. There's factions. There's the camera head people. There's the Skibidi Toilets. And then there's some other things going on. There's different things. There's a narrative to it. It's not just, he doesn't just come out and go Skibidi dub dub dub. That happens a lot. But there's a story. Have you not? You don't. You've not watched it, have you? You don't know what you're talking about.
Please don't tell my daughter. I could have gone there without any knowledge.
Narrative arc. There's lore.
There's lore.
Yeah. I mean, the lore again is he comes out of the toilet and goes. But there's big ones. There's big toilets. You flush them and they go down, and that's how they die. And then it's amazing. It's amazing. It's a whole thing. It's a whole world.
Wait, there are episodes of it. I thought he'd just gone into Gary's mod.
No, it's
done it very quickly, and
it's a thing. I feel like you're putting me on the spot here, trying to defend it as a thing. But it is a thing.
Toilet.
It is a thing. So that's why I was wondering if he's still making it. I don't know.
I don't know if he's still making Skibidi.
I don't know why this has broken you to this extent. It's a media property right now. Oh, that's you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, look at that.
Hi there,
What'd you make of that?
That's the thing.
That's Paparazzi Pack
Holy shit.
Jacob.
Genuinely didn't plan this.
Yeah.
Paparazzi Pack Jacob. Oh, it is
And Paparazzi Pack Jeremy.
Oh God. Paparazzi Pack Jacob.
He doesn't even have a gimbal.
Yeah, idiot.
Nice to see you, Gary. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Yeah, good. You looking good?
Yeah. Tell you what, you've got some thighs on you to hold that position, mate.
Yeah.
I do respect that. However, you are paparazzi, and that is the scum. That is the job of a scumbag.
Notice your hands got bigger again.
Yeah.
It's always a concern, isn't it?
I think I finally had my fill, of those games.
Of this. You're done.
Of this? Oh yeah, this. Yeah.
You've had your souls full. Your soul
Finally,
is full.
my soul is full.
Yep.
As it were.
Mm-hmm. You've
Halfway
supped your
through.
last flask.
I have, yeah.
Yep.
Halfway through that Elden Ring DLC, I just went, all right. And it wasn't even, so I beat a big flower, right? Spoilers.
Was it a sad flower with a tragic story?
It is a sad flower,
Yeah,
it's a tragic flower.
Yep.
You're all right, flower. And you have to, like I killed it. Also, it is exactly like the boss Ibritus in Bloodborne.
The bus.
The boss. Abritus.
It's exactly like the bus.
It's exactly like the bus. It did a thing where it's like, if you killed it, it's come back. Again, it's come back again, but really sad, the music changed. And now you killed it, and then, so that was just a bit, I don't know, a bit tedious. I don't like non-humanoid enemies anyway.
Okay.
I find them a bit boring.
You want to be murdering people. That's where the real joy
I want
comes
the duel. Like all the Sekiro fights.
Oh, the duel. Okay,
yeah.
right. That's your name for plucking out the heart. I want the duel.
Why did you get fired from your autopsy job?
Show me the duel.
He's a great autopsy. What do they call them? Coroner.
Yeah.
He was a great coroner, but unfortunately, every time he did the chest opening, he'd say, "I want the duel," and just reach inside.
Refer to the rib cage as the glistening struts.
Well, I'm sorry about all of this, Paul.
You should be.
Let's
But
go.
I'm having a nice time.
Oh,
It's
well,
all
that's
It's
all
all
right.
right. It's got a bit warmer.
That's all right then. So
Which is,
you are getting on the subject of press. You've received. So what was that one again? The bladder. Please recount the bladder.
It was
story.
Nights in Tight Spaces.
Yes.
Which just came out. This is definitely a plug. The headline was, Nights in Tight Spaces is so good, it nearly made my bladder explode.
Right.
And I mean, I respect it. It immediately went into the work Slack. We were thinking about getting it framed so that Ground Shatter can have it in their work toilet, which I think would be excellent, or just outside. So whoever,
That is good, actually.
whoever wrote that, thank you.
That's perfect.
Yeah, it's
That's
pretty
perfect.
good.
It's a nice mix of journalism
Yes.
and you know, and doing what everyone needs to do these days, which is get the eyes on it, because there's
Yeah, you gotta, you
So
know,
many people.
a bit of pizzazz, right? A bit of Amiga power, a bit of like that kind of thing.
a bit of what?
Amiga power, like that kind of era
I thought you
of,
said
like,
the League of Power.
the League of
Because
Power.
I am losing my hearing.
That's the secret journalistic cabal
League of
that
Power.
has ruined games journalism by etc. etc.
Fucking hell.
No, not the League of Power.
Amiga Power,
You remember,
yes.
you remember Amiga Power?
Mate, I live Amiga Power. Amiga Power, the
Hopefully not.
one.
Yeah, the one. Zap 64.
Yes, mate.
Yes, all of that stuff.
I
Yeah.
watch a streamer
Uh-huh.
called Nag Graham, which is Norwich Amiga Group.
Yep.
Lovely, nice man,
Mm-hmm.
who I encountered by accident on the old Twitch there,
Yeah.
who plays lots of Amiga stuff, surprise, surprise, as part of the Norwich Amiga Group. That is his, as is his wont,
You would hope.
as is his right.
Mm-hmm.
He was playing one, which I do remember, because you got a lot of like freeware or, you know, individual coders in the houses making bits of things that would go on to the home, homebrew.
Yes.
And it was, I just saw it and I thought, that is the most British Amiga sentence I've ever seen. The title screen comes up and it says, Drelbs by Simon Chin. That's, no, fuck
It really
off.
sums up an era, doesn't it?
Well, it sounds like one of those tweets that gets 30k
Yeah, right.
retweets where they say, you know, guys
You
in
you
British
what-
90s scene.
Oh, I thought you were going for like, you can watch it on Bidoo, it's coming out on Squibble.
That's
you
also
can
good.
download it on Scrunky, like that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's-
So
well-
the Drelbs, Drelbs is hitting next month.
One of those where it was like every UK Amiga game in the 90s was called something like Drelbs by Simon Chin.
Or, you know, Mr. Ponsonby's Weekend
Yeah.
Caper. Like, those are the two allowed name formats.
On a previous episode, audio only episode of this very show, Pete Donaldson, DJ and podcast man extraordinaire,
Yes.
pointed out that he remembered a game on the Spectrum. I think it was called Gregory Loses His Clock. And I thought, you fucking made that up. No, it isn't. And no, I went and found it later and thought, it really is a game called that.
That's good. I'm pleased.
And I'm just like, that's beautiful, isn't it? It had a what have you been playing section, but it was a podcast in that era.
Yeah.
You know, it's already a skill to describe a game in a succinct manner and sort of give the listener an idea of what they might be playing and the vibes of the game, whether they like it or not. Trying to do that with something like Drelbs by Simon Chin is, I mean, you know, it's a remake of the Commodore 64 game Drelbs.
Right.
It's a fan-made version.
Oh, I see. Hence, you know,
By Simon Chin.
Simon's put his oar in.
Simon has put his oar in.
I was going to say stuck
His chin.
I'm not.
He stuck his chin in.
No, we're not going to do that.
No?
No.
Wedged his chin in?
No.
I've been worried about becoming an old bastard here.
Yeah.
Right? There are
It's too late.
elements
You're
of
cooked.
shit. No! Oh, look at me! Oh my God!
It's
Who's
happened.
that?
Sorry.
There's an era of gaming now that I am properly mourning / lamenting.
Okay.
In a way that in general, in everything that I do and everything that I am in my very being, I do my very best to not do well, things are better and that was better and this is, because it's never true, right?
Yeah.
So no, just stop it, you're just old now. However, I was watching previous guest Bilal Zafar, aka Zafar Cakes, he's playing the Become a Legend mode on PES 2013, where you just play one player, right?
Yep.
You're literally one player and you see them through the rank and you move teams and this sort of thing. You've got a man, you've got an agent, and you can obviously change your name. You choose a preset commentary name for who you are. You can import a photo for the face of the character.
Yep.
So your photo of yourself, you stick that on there. You can when you move, you can choose what the kit looks like in the kit edit. So he's got like the Pringles logo on his red kit, this big pack of Pringles and the Pringle Man face. You know, and then before they did like, what did we do? We were suggesting Men and Motors for one of the just things like that. And you can do whatever you want, import photos, and you know.
Brilliant.
There was Capcom versus SNK 2. It's a fighting game. He's going to talk about fighting games. I'm only going to mention it in passing. The color edit mode, where you had the whole palette and you could edit a sprite's colours in like, and you could choose like it down to like, I don't know, 12 different colours on the outfit to whatever RGB values you wanted, and then save that, and that would be a costume select for your character.
Should have that in Bloodborne.
Should have that in everything. This is my point. And you had bloody, and the other one, which I looked up again recently, is WWF SmackDown. Just bring it on the PlayStation 1.
Okay.
I think that's right. You had animation edits. You could edit the run. You could edit the attacks. You could edit the taunts. Any of them you wanted, and it was so comprehensive. It's wild. You choose a preset. You could choose one of their presets, but then you could go granular, and it had a frame counter like that, and you could move along the frame counter, and you could change the position of each limb on X, Y, and Z axis.
Sounds great.
Including the neck and the legs, and on each one. So you could do as much as you wanted with it in that scale, and you could make ridiculous things. But you could do it for anything, including like a single punch. So you see people online and like playing it, you know, and they do one punch that takes like 9 seconds to, and then the end, and then you choose where the hit is.
So it's actually move control as well as the animation. Yeah, I guess that would make sense.
So you press punch and everyone goes punch, you know, or you can do whatever you want. And I was like, that is crazy. And
there's
just
definitely an indie
that.
game in just that as well. Right.
Yeah, it's a sort of weird. Like it's not, you know, when it's top down, but it's not top down in that era.
I do know that.
It's top down, but the guy's facing you.
Isometric oblique.
Not even,
No.
Is that it? Is that what you
Well,
call
no,
it?
there's
like Robotron.
We're not going to get into this, are we? We haven't
Robotron's
done this
top
before, have we? Top down, right? It's top down,
Yes.
and then there's top down oblique, which is Zelda, right?
Ah, so it's top
So
down
that's
oblique.
Oblique. It's not top because right. Think about the words top down.
Yes.
Where's the camera?
Yes.
It's on top.
Yes.
Where's it going?
Yes.
Fucking going down, isn't it?
But then,
So,
but then the
when
oblique.
if you can see the side of something, it's not on top and it's not going down. So what are you talking about? Every time I talk about this, I get in trouble from someone because either it's too pedantic to complain about the top down, or you say the wrong isometric or orthographic or whatever it is.
I'm somewhere in the middle because it is
Everyone
misleading.
goes crazy.
Right, Robotron, right?
Yeah.
So are we calling that top down oblique?
Isn't Robotron side top? Is it?
Side top.
Robotron, you can see the little guy. You see the side of him,
But up.
can't you?
up moves you up the screen as if you were above them.
What the fuck about that?
But they're facing you. The sprite is on a...
That's not top down.
So what is that?
Side top.
Side top?
Yeah.
Like Zelda?
Yeah.
That's side top, is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Would you say, I've been playing the side top game
No one says
by
that.
Simon
What
Chin?
I'm saying is,
I'm in a
don't bring
nightclub.
Simon Chin into this.
I'm in a nightclub and I've met a girl I like and I'm trying to shout things into her ear over the music and I'm saying, so Drelbs by Simon Chin is a side top
I just
puzzle
think
platform.
we just need better terms. Of every conflict can be solved with better terms.
The thing about the Simon Chin version of Drelbs is they introduced the worm on level 3.
Yeah, right.
Whereas traditionally...
I love to introduce the worm on level 3.
And there's these weird little flip panels that you sort of rotate 90 degrees.
We need to ask people if they remember Drelbs by Simon Chin and turn this into
What
the
if they
worst.
say yes?
That's a format that no one should ever do. That's one of the cursed formats.
And then you make them into little squares, right?
Yep.
And then, they're like matchsticks, but you rotate them on a 90 degree to form squares.
They're like matchsticks, but you rotate them.
It's so hard. This is what I mean. This is my exercise in, imagine being a games podcaster explaining...
Drelbs.
So it's a side top.
Right, side top.
Puzzle action.
Okay. That's most of the Amiga catalogue,
It's
apart
single
from
screen.
platformers and...
Single screen.
Yeah.
There's no gravity.
Okay.
You move a square at a time.
Yep.
The playing field is made up of little matchsticks.
Yep.
All on a grid line.
Okay.
And you have to push into them to rotate them 90 degrees.
Yeah.
And make squares. When you make a square,
Yeah.
it fills in.
Okay.
Over time, and there's a couple of enemies on the screen for some reason.
Yep.
As I say, the worm is introduced on level 3.
Yes.
When there's enough squares filled in, the infamous Drelb, which I presume is the titular Drelb, which is sort of makes up the box art.
Yeah.
Just sort of an angry. It looks a bit like something out of Tron, like a frowning face from Tron.
Okay.
Starts to appear. He's got a mustache though. Starts to appear.
Right.
On the squares, and he sort of breaks them, and you have to fix them again.
Okay.
And then he appears on more than a few, and then one of those turns into an exit for some reason.
I see.
Go through the exit, then you have to. No, you're the Drelb.
Start again.
And you have to. No, it's fine. Just that's the only difference. You're the Drelb.
Yeah.
Drelb.
You're the Drelb.
And you have to. Then the screen's full of Drelbs.
Yeah.
And there's one enemy firing in the random direction on the 90 degree axis.
Yeah.
One bullet every now and then. You have to clear all the Drelbs.
For a treat.
And for a treat, and then that's the end of the level.
Okay.
As I say, the worm is introduced in level 3. Whereas I believe it wasn't level 3 in the original Drelbs. Is it okay if it rains on you while I explain Drelbs to you? But what I'm saying is that's my point is, it's really hard to explain Drelbs.
Yeah. My point is, should you even try? It's a rhetorical question. The answer is no. If you go on LinkedIn because you love to punish yourself, people are talking about AA now. So like that is the big thing.
Like
it's like, we're going back to
return,
AA.
yeah.
And you're like, okay, but AA was like, you know, games about kind of government agencies that didn't have like very nice textures, that had like one, like third-person action games that had like one weird mechanic, like a grappling hook leg, and it is called like leg system. You know, that kind of thing in 2003. That to me is AA.
Yes.
All right, brilliant. Like we're going back to leg system.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that now. It just means cheap AAA.
Yes.
That's kind of what people want to mean. And it's sort of, I don't know what that is. Like, it just, is that really happening? Are we making those games now? Are we making mid-budget kind of high-end games?
I feel like
and
it's
where does that fit with indie?
Not revisionist. What's the word? What's the term for when you're making 80s style music, but it's not actually from 80s?
Synthwave.
But like
Vaporwave.
wave.
Wave.
Not necessarily just 80s, but like when you're the style of it's new, like revisionist, not revisionist.
Actually, no. I'm sorry I said vaporwave so quickly, because you were looking for a general term.
It's something like...
Everyone at home was going, he's looking for a general term. Shut up.
Like when you get a remaster of a game, a PS1 game, and you think, this is what it looked like, and then you look at it and you go, oh, fucking hell, it's not. So it's kind of like invoking the memory of that era, but not very few people want the real shit.
That'd be the grease.
Do you know what I mean?
That would be
the grease. The grease.
If you're a tiny indie and you take a creative risk, you just won't get any wish lists, and people go, what is this? And they won't click on you. And if you're a 50, 60, 70, $120 million game, you can't do nothing because you're just going to sink your company or tank the stock price of the company, and you need to do things. And also, a lot of the gaming audience is very small c conservative, and they don't like things what be different. They just don't like it.
No.
And that's very difficult to deal with. It's just hard. I think you just need this kind of weird situation where some people are taking risks, other people aren't taking risks, and then one thing pays off and everyone chases that for a while. Like that is the dynamic that exists forever. And I know that's frustrating. It was frustrating for a lot of players when it was live service and like. But the problem was people spend loads of money on live service, and so companies are like, we should make more live service because they spend money on it. So it's you have to see both perspectives. But we've definitely hit the oh god, we need to make a good game again era, which I think that's the real era. It's not AA, whatever's going on there. It's like, no, it has to be good now. We can't do, there's all of these things where they've tried to put live service stuff into things that don't suit it. And the problem is the game isn't good enough to do it. If the game was good, people would buy all the skins and the hats and the things and the badges and the
That comes next once you get the game good.
Got to make game good.
Game good.
And then you make money from hats.
Then hats. Game good, hats. That's the dev flow chart.
It is.
Game good.
Unfortunately. Hats.
So we're saying we need good games.
I think so.
What about if I wanted, let's say, a kind of turn-based medieval, think like the Transporter, think like fucking Ip Man, but it's medieval. Like, that's what, we need something like that.
No one would make that. It's commercial suicide.
Okay, yeah, true. Yeah. It's a shame. Yeah, well, anyway, good luck with everything, yeah?
That's good to see you.
Yeah. It's fine. All right, thanks.